Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sonic Love. So in today's video we're going to be checking out the RG40XX H. Now this is, I wouldn't say it's the latest version because they now have the RG40XX V, but this is the one I'll be reviewing today. I absolutely love it, and let me show you why and tell you why, the reasons why I absolutely love this handheld. So the first thing that struck me straight out of the box was just how big the 4-inch screen looks on this handheld. Slightly taller, but that extra half an inch for the screen, which is a 4-inch screen, makes a massive, huge difference, especially with it being 4:3 aspect ratio. And hopefully it's coming across, but this is a gorgeous screen. The D-pad itself is very robust. It's not the usual D-pad that Anbernic use. This seems to be a lot firmer. Still an excellent D-pad nonetheless. We now have RGB lighting around the analog sticks, which I think is a nice touch. The modes can be changed in the settings, and also the colour can be changed. I have a bluish hue. And then obviously once I'm going round, you can see that it's tracked by an orange glow. Blue and orange, great colours, work well in unison with each other, and it just makes it look cool. It doesn't really add any extra experience to your gameplay, and it certainly doesn't make you play games any better, but it's a nice touch nonetheless. We have our menu button on the bottom left, and we have our select and start button on the bottom right. If we have a look at the bottom, we have two down facing speakers. The sound is really good, to be honest. Okay lows, and yeah, the mids and the highs are really decent. We have two SD card slots. We have a 3.5mm headphone jack. The ABXY buttons are really nice. They've got a lovely, nice feel to them. They don't feel too mushy and they don't feel too firm. They feel perfect, and I have really enjoyed them. And they are a little bit bigger than what they are usually on their handhelds, so it feels really nice. I've had no issues with accidentally hitting the right analog stick in any inputs or any games that I've utilized on this unit itself. On the top, we have our triggers. They are really nice. They feel nice. They've got a nice groove texture on them, which is, yeah, feels really good on the fingertips. The buttons, they're not analog, they are digital, but they feel nice and they fit really comfortable with your fingers, especially with the ergonomics of this design. We have our power button, our usual Anbernic style volume rocker. We also have our charging port, a light indicator for charging, and a HDMI out if you wish to have it on a TV. Then we have our reset button. We have our usual standard hotkeys, which is if you hold down the M, you can change the brightness, and the brightness of the screen gets really bright, but it doesn't get really dim. So if you like playing it in late in the evening in bed, it doesn't really go that dim. But again, the screen looks absolutely phenomenal. I think the 4-inch 4:3 aspect ratio, especially with the incredibly thin bezels, just makes games more immersive than ever. And I've really enjoyed playing retro games on here. I will leave some specs on here, but it is rocking the usual H700 chipset. Nothing new in the XX range. It is, yeah, it does exactly the same on each version of the XX handheld, regardless of what system that you have. What I do like about this version, though, is the fact that the screen itself, with the 4:3 aspect ratio, it really does make game playing a lot better because you have a lot more real estate on the screen, and it just makes those retro games really vibrant and pop. The controls are really nice on here. The D-pad itself is great for fighting games. What I'll do is I'll do some showcase of some games and then talk through just how well the D-pad works and other aspects of the controls and how nice they actually feel. So fighting games especially are really good. The D-pad itself is remarkably accurate, especially for the likes of special moves. So if you're a fighting fan, then the moves can be pulled off with relatively little effort. As I say, the screen is absolutely gorgeous, incredibly sharp, the pixels look fantastic. What's another nice feature about the XX range is just how much pick up and play this system really is, and the amount of systems and joy that you can have from this unit is remarkable for the price point that you pay. One thing is about the build quality of this is it's one of the best, if not the best one that I have seen from Anbernic. It's just very well made, it's robust, it is, yeah, it feels incredibly premium, and I couldn't be happy with it. It's one of the best ones that I've used and seen from Anbernic to date. So the systems that we have, we can play anywhere up to PS1 flawlessly, with Nintendo DS playing really well, N64, not everything runs, but you will get some great gaming sessions from N64. Likewise with Dreamcast, we have a Thomas Wave CPS1. All your old systems look and run fantastic. We also have something that's a little bit sneaky from our good friends from China. If we go into the ports section, you'll see that it has, like, yeah, it actually has ports of Grand Theft Auto 3, Stardew Valley. Yes, it's great to have ports on there, but I do think that's a bit cheeky from our good friends from China to include them. If it's something that you wish to add yourself, then fair enough, but I don't think it should be coming with those. I'd love to know in the comments what you think about that. But yeah, but let's check it out. With ports on this unit, they run flawlessly on here and look fantastic. So it runs really smooth. Feels good on the analog stick. You'll have a good time with ports on here. So really where this truly shines, I think, is in the old 16-bit and 8-bit games. They just look absolutely fantastic, and with the larger real estate of the screen, it really is immersive and it just looks incredibly sharp. Hopefully that's coming across just how nice it looks. And as I say, with the really tight controls, it's a very enjoyable experience. Sega Mega Drive, likewise experience, giving you a blast from the past from your childhood memories. Likewise with Dreamcast, you'll have a really good time. Majority of the games will run at 60. Some games may include a little bit of frame skip. But they'll still play very well and look incredibly sharp on here. Go with Power Stone 2.
A solid beginning may lead to a perfect ending. Go for it. Hey now, watch your step. Don't fall off, because it's a long way down from here. Let the battle begin. Go!
Another favourite to play on here is PlayStation 1. Again, nice controls. Sounds good. But the screen is definitely the star of the show with this unit. PSP, you will have bars on the top and the bottom due to the 4:3 aspect ratio, but you can stretch it. I'll show that after some gameplay if you wish to. But again, your light end and most of your medium end games will work fine. So if you do wish to expand the screen, we simply just press the menu. We go down to display and layout effect. We come all the way down, we go across and we go up, and then we go to aspect ratio. And we can simply just stretch it full if you wish to have it full, but I normally knock it down to about 8.5. So we still have borders top and bottom, but they're a lot less prominent. Make sure you go to OK. As I say, we still have borders, but they're nowhere near as bad, and it's not overstretched. Nintendo DS is really enjoyable to play on here as well. Again, the screen looking really sharp and making it look really nice. You can easily swap over the screens with the touch of a button, making it easy, but I would suggest to only play games with a single screen, and especially games without the touch. But again, plays really nice and looks fantastic. Even Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance all look and play really well on this system as well. One thing this is a dust magnet. Again, looks really sharp and detailed. So what I like about this unit, one is it's the best premium feel handheld that Anbernic have made to date that I feel. It just feels solid, like you can't even, there's no give or twist or anything to it. I love the fact that they've gone with the 4-inch screen. I think it's the same screen that is on the Arc S and Arc D, which was absolutely fantastic for fighting games. I love the fact that they've included the RGB. I know it doesn't make your gaming performance any better, but I just think it's a nice touch. I think the ergonomics and the design of this unit itself is spot on. It is incredibly comfy. It looks great and plays great, and it has all the same performance as all the XX H range. Is this something that you should get if you already own a 35XX H? I'm not really sure. I think that you have to be really... Yeah, I think if you want that larger screen, then I'd say yes. But if you're happy with your 35XX H, then I'd say no. So it really is up to you. All I can say is my experience with this has just been phenomenal. I absolutely love it. The only gripe that I have is the fact that the D-pad can give a bit of fatigue on the thumb if you're playing fighting games for long periods of time. But apart from that, everything else has just been the pinnacle of greatness. I think Anbernic have done an absolute stellar job. Do I recommend it? Absolutely. And if you are a first time getting into retro gaming, I could only strongly recommend this as your first time purchase to see if it's something that you'll be into, and I think you wouldn't be disappointed with this unit. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked and you've reached this part of the video, thank you! And thank you for all the support for everybody throughout the years. Thank you for the new subscribers. Thank you for the people that like and give comments. I do try and answer everybody in the comments. I'd like to get 300 likes, get my channel back to reaching a lot more of a wider audience. And as always, guys, take care.